Hello, everyone. I am Mickey. I'm not your mama's minister, and today I thought we would talk about hauntings. Now, I specifically wanted to talk about hauntings because it's the anniversary of the day that Ronald DeFeo Jr. killed his parents and led to the Amityville horror, like fucking. I don't even know how big it is now, but a lot of people made a lot of money on somebody believing that they were haunted. Now, I don't actually know whether the family that purchased the house after the DeFeos were murdered, I don't know if they were actually haunted. I really don't. I don't know if they actually experienced the things that were in the book or anything like that. I haven't delved that deep into it. I just don't give a shit. What I do give a shit about is that I do feel that in many cases, when you are being haunted, it leaves you very open to being scammed by people. Because, of course, one of the things that happens with us as humans is we get it into our heads. Our brains can create anything. They really can. And so we get it into our heads that, oh shit, I know that this dude killed his entire family, and that's why I got this good deal on this house. And holy fuck, weird things are happening. That means that I must be getting haunted. And of course, Ronald DeFeo Jr. also had said that he was hearing voices, and the voices were telling him to kill people, and so forth and so on. So all of that it can contribute to our fears. Um, I'm very, very susceptible to that. There are specific things that I am afraid of, and so it's really difficult when somebody starts talking about them to not immediately go into my spiritual aspect. That I do believe that the spirit world can affect us in the material world, and so it's hard for me not to immediately go, oh shit, let me go get the salt water, let me go get the sage, let me go get the Bible and everything else, and let me go ahead and do an exorcism or a limpia cleansing, something to get rid of this spirit. And that is where I will go if I am afraid of whatever we're talking about. And so what happens is that you will get somebody that comes in that they are accustomed to dealing with the spirit world. They're accustomed to with dealing with the divine world. So you've got your ministers, you have your practitioners like myself, psychic advisors, psychic counselors, and so forth and so on. And so they'll come in, because let's face it, you're not going to call the police for a haunting. And so they'll come in and they'll, do what they do. And there are techniques that you can actually do for yourself. And they're super duper easy, whether it's spraying salt water around the house, whether it is lining the entryways and doorways with salt. If you feel that it is something that is moving in and out of the house, there are ways to cleanse the house itself. There are ways to protect the people that live within the house, and so forth, if there is an actual haunting. But one of the other things is find out why. Why is there something haunting me? Is it attached to, me for being a dick, or is it attached to me because they love me? Those are two different types of hauntings. So when you call in somebody to help with those hauntings, make sure that you're aware. Make sure that you're educated. What is their technique? Do they have a tendency to do the, oh yes, I sense evil, evil that I can get rid of for $1,000. Thank you very much. You see what I'm saying? So make sure that you are checking into that, because here's what happens. So you get John Doe coming in and being, whether it's a pseudoscientist, so there it is a scientist that already deals with hauntings or mystical works or things like that. They like, that is their field of expertise, is the supernatural or the metaphysical, things like that, and how that works with us. So then you have that. So those are the people. I mean, you kind of see a little bit of it with the movie The Poltergeist, or Poltergeist. And so then you've got your mystical people, and then you've got your religious people. So those are usually the people you're going to go to. And each of them can scam you in their own different ways. So really watch out for that, really be aware for that. But the first thing that you have to do is find out if it's a legitimate thing. Like, are you actually being haunted? Are you sure that it isn't an issue with the plumbing? It's not an issue with do you have mold? Do you have electrical problems? Do you have flooding? Anything like that? Is there something that you can scientifically get to the bottom of and fix so that you can see, does this activity still occur after I've gotten it fixed? Okay, so that wasn't connected. Then we need to look at the next thing. Because what ends up happening is if you go straight for the spiritual, if you go straight for the mystical, the unexplained, if you go straight there, then what happens if it just keeps going? Because you're not fixing the original problem, which was in the material world. So I know you know where I'm coming from, and so I think that's it. With hauntings, just remember, if you are dealing with a lot of activity in your house, why? Like, is this a brand new thing? What did you do that drew all of this new activity? And if you have any questions, go ahead and drop me a line. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment. And much love, many blessings, and I will talk to you soon.